All right. Good morning. What's happening? Happy Wednesday, the 15th. What's going on? What is happening? What's going on? How we doing, guys? You guys that watch on the rewind, thank you. If you're checking this out for the first time, I appreciate it. Been doing it 566 days in a row. Why? I don't know. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Sitting here in Sherman, Maine, in a house that we're renovating before we move into. And we're closing in on it. We're getting there. We are getting there. So another heavy day of interior trim, standing and running trim, as they call it. Door casings and base trim and the likes. Taking off some of the old stained square stuff and putting up something with a profile on it. Look more housey and less barn-y. So, good morning, Dad. What's happening? Yeah. So, about 5 hours with the snorkel on last night. So, I'm rip roaring ready to go. Got here a little early this morning and got organized for today. Get things picked up a little bit. Wendy did a great job the other day of cleaning up while I was making a mess, doing trim. But, slinging the trim. So it's getting there. Good morning, Dave Zemchik. Hot and sunny, New York, Central New York. Yeah. What do we got? We're gonna get into the 80s here today. No complaining, Mainers, because it's a short summer. Yeah, they're talking about making daylight savings time permanent. So that confuses me. But I don't know. So good morning, Mike Nunez. Mike, you pulling. Good to see you on Instagram. What's going on? Rachel, how was your birthday? Good, I hope. Are you one of those birthday month people? I hope not. Good morning, Quinn Stoneworks Landscape on Instagram. Good to see you. Peter Christensen is here with Springwood Builders. Good to see you, brother. Thank you once again for the use of the flooring nailer. I was happy to pound the last few staples just a couple days ago. Wisconsin is hot, too high 90s, but I'm not complaining. No, it's a long winter, right? So suck it up. Wisconsin is like Maine's brother, I think, weather-wise. You know, brother and sister. You guys often have the same stuff we got going. Good morning, Bill Gustafson. What's happening? Good to see you. Elizabeth from Natchez. What's going on? Did you bring the boy? Tell him to get on here. Yeah, how we doing, guys? Good to see you. Good birthday for Rachel. Today's a spa day with a friend. Nice. Yeah, pamper thyself. I'm going to need a massage about every day for a year after this one. Damn. Hands are feeling all right, though. Not too bad. Coming into it. The less violent the work, I think the better the hands will feel over time, right? So most of the heavy lifting and demo stuff's done. But I know I have several days of painting ahead of me once I catch up to Wendy, get the trim on. And she's been pre-painting stuff, and I'm caulking and filling nail holes and all that stuff. So we got it going on. Dave Brackett, good morning. Yeah, we'll figure out how to get you on that Edge Live call next week. Yeah, good to see you. Appreciate you trying. We had a great call last night on our Edge Live community. If you'd like to join that, stick around. We'll get you the link. There's Andrea Gooch. How you doing, kid? Hope you're healing up all right. Yeah. Stop flipping houses and making millions, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not too good with the budget side of it, Bill. You got to blow right through it. But we're doing well. We're doing well on the budget. Had a certain amount kind of earmarked for this, and we're starting to knock up against it. So pumping the brakes that way a little bit, but also we're nearing the end. So I think we've done a really good job with what we've had to work with from a budget standpoint, but also doing a lot of the work ourselves. The only people that we've had electrician, plumber, and drywall guy in here, and stovepipe guy. But I think other than that, as far as people doing work, that's been mostly it. So us, basically. So, yeah, and I'm feeling it. But, hey, nothing great ever happened to anybody that didn't put in a little bit of work, right? Good morning, Sue Wiz. What's happening? How are you? We love you. Coffee's good. I've been up since 3. I think it was 3:39 this morning. So tore the mask off. So let's go. Let's get something done, right? Let's get after it today. I'm a disciplined person that way. And that's what we're talking about today. So good morning, everybody. If you haven't been here before, hey, good morning, Katie, down there with Springwood. Good to see you. Looking forward to meeting you here at some point. Heard lots of great things about you from Pete. Sherry Turner, good to see you. Day 566 in a row in day 6. Bubba said, watch out for those sixes yesterday. So maybe we'll skip day 666. I don't know. Discipline. Talking about discipline today, okay? But first, if you haven't been here before, I'm Bob Turner. I like to say I'm Bailey's dad. That's what I do. And I dad it right up out there. And for those that know things, you'll enjoy being here. Now, we get together every morning at 8 o'clock, and anybody can join. Doesn't cost nothing, okay? We talk personal growth, business growth, leadership, accountability, all the stuff that you run into as an entrepreneur or maybe in a leadership spot as a W-2 employee, okay? Maybe you're just simply trying to become a better version of yourself, okay? So if you are, then you should be here every day because you get a lot out of this, and there's a lot going on in the chat too, and you'll actually tune up your network if you connect with the people that are on this chat. So yeah, we start at 8 a.m. sharp every day. Okay, today's 566 in a row. Okay, I do 10-day series, and we're day 6 now of a series called The Edge. So working on helping you guys find your edge, all right, which is just the same title as the book that I wrote, Finding Your Edge. Paul Terazuki, Yellow. We've talked about responsibility so far. We talked about consistency and preparation and focus and relationships. 4 or 5 days goes by in a hurry, and here we are at day 6. We're going to talk about the glue that holds it all together, and that's discipline, okay? As I always say, good morning, Dave Howard. That's not what I always say, but good morning. Yeah, Rachel had a birthday yesterday, so hey, 29 again. So if you haven't had a chance to wish her a happy birthday, we like to call those out. I like to open up with a question. Good morning, Roy. We missed you on the Edge live call last night. I didn't see you or Zach there, but I'm sure you guys are busy. But we miss you. So got a question for you guys. What if the life that you want doesn't require more motivation? You ever been like, I just got to get motivated. I got to have some motivation, right? What if it just requires more discipline? We spend so much time waiting to feel inspired, right? We might jump on the live 365. We might listen to Frisella on a podcast or get fired up. Pedro's Coolian or somebody like that, right? Lewis Howes or whatever. Zach Clark, good morning. But, we're waiting to get in the mood. busy, Roy says. We're waiting to be in the mood, to get inspired, to get motivated. Maybe we're waiting for Monday. I'll start that Monday. Waiting for the perfect time. But disciplined people don't wait, okay? They just decide, and then they act, okay? One of the biggest myths in the personal development arena is that successful people are more motivated than everyone else. What's up there, liver lips? How you doing, David? Looking forward to seeing you. It's been like 2-3 months up here, but so I thought maybe it was something I said. I don't believe it's true. I don't believe all the successful people are the most motivated, okay? I think they're just a little more disciplined, okay? Without attacking and saying, you're not disciplined. I'm not one of those people, okay? You may not be. You could use a little bit more discipline. Maybe you're super disciplined and all this resonates with you. I hope so, okay? But I don't think they're more motivated. I think they're just more disciplined, okay? They've learned what needs to be done, and they're going to do it, even when they don't feel like doing it, okay? That sucks. I think they call it adulting, right? There are plenty of mornings I could have skipped doing this. Heck, I was getting into some stuff here before the call, and I was like, oh, got to watch the clock. I got to hop on here in a few minutes, okay? There's been days when I was tired or traveling or stressed or sick or busy or just not hitting it on all 8 cylinders. But I made a commitment, and discipline meant honoring that commitment regardless of how I felt or where I was or who said something crappy to me the day before that rattles around in my head, whatever it is, okay? Here's something I've learned. Feelings are great servants, but terrible leaders, okay? If your feelings are making the decisions, your life's always going to be inconsistent, Okay. Discipline says, I don't have to feel like it to do it. All right. That's where the confidence comes from. Okay. Not from talking about what you're going to do. All right. Stop talking about it and do it. Right. It's from proving to yourself that your actions match your words. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your identity. Every time you break one, you weaken it. Right. Remember, we talk about the deposits and the withdrawals. Okay. Discipline is really about self-trust. Okay. Can you trust yourself enough to do what you said you were going to do? Here come the links. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate you. Because if you can't trust yourself, why would anyone else trust you? Why would anybody else take your word for it? Why would anybody else follow you, go to battle with you, right? When I started the Live 365, I didn't know it would become one of the defining habits of my life. It just started as a challenge. Now it's just part of who I am, right? And that's what discipline does. It turns something you have to do into someone you become. That's about the simplest way I can say it, all right? The streak isn't the point, okay? The person the streak is creating, that's the point, okay? The goal isn't to continue to build the streak. It's to build the person who can keep one. Follow? And then I'll say that I'm going to say right now what I hate when speakers say, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Don't ever say that. I'm talking about a fairly elementary thing. You're talking about something elementary. Don't look at me and say, does that make sense? No. Do you mind rolling that back and covering it again for me? That's what I really want to say. Anyway, I digress. How about through leadership, right? As leaders, people are always watching you, right? Not just what we say, but what we do, okay? Your team notices if you're late, okay? You got to beat them in, all right? They notice if you follow through, right? You got to do the thing, okay? You got to do what you said you were going to do. They notice if your standards change, right, depending on your mood, right? Discipline creates credibility, okay? And when people know you'll do what you say, they stop wondering if they can trust you, okay? And they stop following you. That's leadership. So today, challenge, homework. Everybody here? Everybody want to hear the homework? Shoot, I have a good time with this. I want you to identify like one promise you've been making to yourself and breaking. Now, I gotta stop eating pizza. I gotta stop drinking. I gotta go to bed earlier. I gotta start working out. I gotta do more prospecting. I gotta read more. I gotta get more in touch with my faith. I got to spend more intentional time with my family, not just give them the scraps. I got a couple difficult phone calls I've got to make. Pick one. Don't try to boil the ocean. There it is, Ben. Where are you? Don't try to change your whole life today, okay? Just one thing, one promise, and do it again tomorrow. I was just talking with somebody before the call. I said, just win today. Yesterday's gone. Just win today. Yeah, I'm too busy. I like that one, Sue, right? Someday you won't have any more days to be busy with, right? Just win today and then win tomorrow, okay? Keep one promise and just do it every single day. One promise at a time, one day at a time, okay? Our mantra here is progress every day. And there's been more days than not where I haven't accomplished what I set out to here. But boy, didn't we accomplish a metric ton, okay? It just happens that my goal is a metric ton and a half, right? Every day. But when I don't accomplish it, I don't feel like I failed. I just say, we got a ton done. We're going to show up tomorrow. We're going to do it again. Tomorrow, yesterday I wanted to get to a certain point, didn't get there. But I came in today, I'm like, geez, I got a ton of stuff done yesterday. All right. So discipline isn't about controlling your life, guys. It's about refusing to let your circumstances control it. Okay. Your feelings will change. Your schedule's going to change. Don't we know that, right? Your challenges will change. Your destination might change. Okay. But your standards don't have to. Your core values don't have to. That's your edge. That's what we've been talking about for the last 5-6 days. Finding your edge. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about an edge that has the power to transform not just your business, but every relationship in your life. That's one word, humility, okay? Because the strongest leaders aren't the ones who think they know everything. They're the ones who never stop learning, okay? Who always feel like there's room for improvement. always feel like they're never there, never done. Always can go to that next level. Okay. Yeah, sure. You can hang it up if you want and say, well, it's been good. I've accomplished a lot. I'm going to put it on cruise. And you can do that. Okay. That's not how I want to live. And I suspect it's not the way you guys want to live. Okay. I love you guys. I appreciate all of you coming on here and getting on Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube. And where's Kevin Hawthorne today? Where's Touring Man? All you guys that show up every day, I appreciate you. Share it out if you can. Okay. Share it with somebody that needs to hear it. Okay. You never know whose life you might change just by saying, hey, this guy's on every day. And every once in a while he says something that makes sense. You ought to check it out. Right. Reach out to somebody today. I've been challenging guys to do this. Encourage someone else. Like, check in on them. Literally, seriously, check in on them. Let them know they're not doing life alone. Hey, Danielle, good to see you. All right, guys, go take care of business. All right. I'll be right back here tomorrow for day 567 of #Live365. Have an incredible day. It's a Wednesday. We're turning toward home here on the week. Before you know it, it'll be Friday. Okay. Get some things done. All right. Take a look back at what you decided you were going to accomplish Sunday or Monday. Let's get after it. All right, guys, be disciplined. All right. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day. We'll see you.